Oh God, what happened here? What happened here? Oh God, there's so many people. Oh God, it's so bad. It is so bad. Gee, okay, not as bad, but that's still very bad. Oh. Okay, maybe that's not that bad, but oh God, this is so bad. So overcrowded. So much fixing that needs to be done. We need double tracking. Also, oh God, there's no through running. What kind of a monster am I? I am the freaking worst transportation planner ever. Oh God, I'm so getting canceled. Oh God. Hey everyone, and welcome back to Transport Fever 2. So it's definitely been a while since I've made one of these videos, and there's definitely a lot that needs to still be done to get this into a place where I would be genuinely happy. Because right now we're just running steam trains, and almost the entire line is single tracked. So I think that means I only have 2 trains actually running on the system. Wait, how many do I have? We only have 1 train. Maybe that's why it's so bad. So we definitely need to add some passing sightings along some of the stations, and then I think that will definitely be good. Now, it is a little bit concerning that we're not getting a lot of ridership out of San Diego and Palm Bay. So I think eventually I want to extend this line outwards. So I was looking around this map a little bit before, because of course I wanted to decide what I wanted to actually do in this video. And I think today I'm actually going to focus more on freight, because of course America did not just build lots of passenger infrastructure and then freight came later. Now that is not how it works at all. So I think we're going to focus on freight today. And I think what I'm going to do is, even though Lakewood is getting a good supply of fuel and tools, I'm kind of tempted to give it even more goods, because here we can see that we're not even at full supply for Lakewood. So I think we could get even more town growth if we get even more freight going into here. And I think to do that, we need to build a proper freight rail line that is able to deliver some more into, and we can also do it into Lancaster. So I was looking around a bit, and we could have the train possibly pick up stuff here, but I was thinking of having it go all the way up to Long Beach, since there is fuel demand and stuff up here, and I feel like this is a great place to have as a freight terminal, since we'll also have to have fuel go down to here and down to Santa Rosa. So I feel like this is something that definitely needs to be done. So I think that is going to be our focus for today's video, and then we'll build more passenger oriented stuff in the next episode. So without further ado, let's just get right into it. Nice. I'm keeping that. Okay, so let's just look at this as for a second before I continue the time lapse. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Physics at its finest. Love it. Alright guys, we are now back from the time lapse. So I have got the entire system all set up. So we have the freight line that will be traveling from Long Beach, which will then travel down to Lancaster to drop off fuel. Eventually I will also hook up the fuel refinery and stuff to go into here. And then it'll go into Lakewood, and then it'll be able to pick up more stuff from the fuel refinery up here, and then it can go back the other way. So this, I believe, will be a very profitable line that will definitely give us lots of money, which will be able to give us more than enough money needed to expand our passenger surge. And you may have noticed during the time lapse that I also double tracked all of the stations so that I can improve service frequencies in the future. And yeah, so I'm pretty happy with how everything turned out. So now all that really needs to be done is to get the trains into service. But the one thing I did forget to do was to build a depot just to have over here. Just makes sense. So let's quickly do that before we get this line up and running. I'm definitely not going to use that yet because it's too soon for something that modern looking. So we will build it right here. Alright, and now we will connect this up with the main line. I think I'm just going to have it branch on just before this, so then the train can just turn around to get there, although I don't think that's what it's going to do, but I think it should be fine for the most part. Okay, I guess we're making this straight then. So we'll do that. Alright, now we'll just merge it up here. Alright, and now just let me just add a two-way signal here. I'm not going to put any on the main line because I'm just too scared to put any sort of signals on the main line because it's just going to cause disruptions and stuff. And I think we are good to go for the most part. Yeah, I think we're good. The one thing I think I will do though is I think I'm going to add a two-way signal here. And we're golden. Alright, cool. So let's get our new line into service. So first, let me actually get the truck line that I built into service. So that means I also need to build a truck depot. And I'll just find a nice place to put it. Just want to put it where there's not a lot of developments. I don't have to tear out half a city, which I have a really bad habit of doing. Alright, so let's see what we got. So cargo, of course we want to go for whatever is newest and the highest capacity. Ooh, we got a truck that has a capacity of 16 and it does not carry what we want. So probably gonna stay, okay, it's also 16 capacity. So I think to start us off, I will buy 8 trucks. 8 trucks sounds about, should be good, and the line is orange, so I will just dye the trucks orange. And then, let me just make sure I put it on the right line, because I've had a very bad history of doing that. Okay, that's fine, that's fine. Wait, did I put them on the wrong line? And boom. So now we got oil production going, and then I can get this line into operation, and then we can get the mainline freight in operations. Oh, the one thing I forgot to do is I also need to build a truck depot right in front of the train station, or right in front of the freight yard. So I'll just put it along like that. I'm gonna have it angle slightly away, so I'm able to expand it, because I'm sure I'm gonna need much more room than this. Just have to go all the way out there. That should be appropriate length. And we have lots of room for expansion. And then I'll also add a street access on that side as well. And then I shall... No. To be normal. There we go. And then connect that up to there, and we are good. So that means I also need to build some truck stops where there's demand for fuel. That seems like a good place to put it. And then we'll quickly build a new line. Of course, I don't want to put into service just yet since we don't have trains serving this yet. Alright, perfect. So we are all good to go there. So now, let's get the local service into service. Also, I want to briefly expand this depot so that it doesn't get overcrowded. Alright, and then that stuff will shortly be heading over to here. So let's now get... So I also need to get this in service as well, but it's not as much of a priority. Also, I forgot, I got a lot of new mods. So because of this, I actually don't know what I have. So we have the MP54, so we now have an electric multiple unit to run on the line. Okay, let's see, what do we have in terms of steam locos? Yes, we should throw a big boy onto the route. What do we have in terms of electric trains? We have the Baldwin-Westinghouse steeple cab, and we have the GG1. So I think at some point I want to make some sort of electrified corridor that uses the GG1s and the MP54s. I think that'd be really cool. Still no other diesel locomotives. This is just surprising because I'm pretty sure I installed an Alco PA mod, which I'm pretty sure would have been in service by now, but I guess it's not.
Uh-oh, retard alert! Retard alert, class!
What do we have in terms of passenger coaches? So we have a fair share of have a decent amount of passenger coaches now that are a lot more streamlined. Yes, we need steam multiple units to become a thing. And then we have the MP54 for electric. So we still don't have any... I mean, I guess we could use this. And yeah. And I mean, just for the local service that I'm looking to do, I think that's appropriate. So I'll get a cargo wagon. And then I'll find a tanker car, which only has a capacity of, oh wait. Oh, there we go, capacity of 12. And I'll give it a capacity of 72, 80, we'll give it 84 for the time being. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cars. We'll start out with one. I'm actually gonna need 2 of these so that I can have one on the local train, on the other local as well. And I can lengthen them if necessary, and I'm probably gonna need a second train for this line, so we'll just have to wait and see. So first I'll put this on the Long Beach fuel production local. Hello, autosave. Hurry up now, we don't got all day.
2,000 years later.
Okay, cool. Now the next one can go on the which one? No, not that.
The most confused man on earth.
The oil production local. Oh right, and I was able to get relatively creative with this line because originally I was just thinking of having to go from Ann Arbor into here, but then I was thinking, well, this technically would allow for additional trainage to go up and serve this oil refinery, so I thought that was a pretty good idea to save myself to do that, so I'm actually pretty happy with that, but that likely means I'm gonna have to double track. So I think I'm actually gonna build a passing loop right here. Just make a 90 kilometer per hour passing loop here, and that is concrete ties and not what I want. It's still way too soon for concrete ties. Let's have it pass the depot, and then we will connect it up like that. And then we'll add two-way signals here, or one-way signals. Oh, alright, what got mad? Oh, okay, I see the problem. So, I actually do need to reconfigure the station to double track it. Okay, that should be out of the way. So now go to tracks. And we'll just have 90 kilometer per hour track. Okay, and then we'll add cargo buildings platforms. Add a cargo platform. And there we go. That should be good. So now I can re-add this. Oh right, I forgot all this line is 60 kilometers per hour. I don't know, I may speed it up later if it's more cost effective doing it that way. Okay, oh, I think I need to change the platform assignments. Wait, what is this oh, okay, this is the Long Beach fuel delivery. Okay, forgot to name that. Okay, so I need to change the line allocations. So this is the fuel production local. So it needs to go in on platform. Yep, it needs to go on platform 1, so that's correct. And it does not need to stop heading the other way. And then the oil production local, when it's coming from Ann Arbor, it needs to go into platform 2. Alright, perfect. Problem fixed. Alright, so now we have all these lines operational, so shortly we'll be able to get the freight line running, which technically I could just put in service on the other side of the route. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. That is a slight design flaw by me, but unfortunately you guys are just gonna have to suck it up because we don't have the money to grade separate this puny little road. So I'm guessing since we do not have any good diesel locomotives still, I'm probably just gonna use a steam locomotive for the freight service, and oh my goodness, not again. Nice. Oh yeah, these are different grades. Okay, yeah, maybe I'll grade separate this at some point, but not today. Okay, cool. So now we have both these lines in operations now. Oh, so is our other train has just arrived here. Okay, cool. So now how is... So far this is not... Okay, it's slowly beginning production. It's kind of weird how inconsistent it can be, because it can start out really slow, but then it just goes into full speed later. So just got to give it some time. I think it's once it starts to reliably deliver goods, it starts to produce more. Okay, but this is good, so we are getting a good supply. And it looks like this is getting overfilled, so we should get some more trucks onto here. So we have 8 at the moment, so I see we had another 4. Perfect. Alright, cool. Nice. So now, sooner than later, we will have fuel going into here. So while that is happening, I'm going to get the actual freight service beginning in... Oh. So I just realized there's 2 things I still need to do. So first, I need to be able to actually ship fuel into Lancaster. So I need to make a line for that. Okay, so we want to load fuel at Lower Lancaster, and then it just unloads here. And we will call this Lancaster Fuel Delivery. Let's see, I'm not going to put that in service just yet until, again, we get a functioning train running on here. So now I also got to add a truck depot. Got to add a truck depot along here, which I think I'll just have parallel. Okay, cool. So now I just got to relocate I'm guessing it's called the Lakewood Fuel Delivery would be my guess. So it stops in Lower Lakewood. So we're just gonna add a station. And here we can load and unload fuel. Okay, so now that is hooked up. So let me just get this lined up. Too much slow. What do you mean too much? Okay, there we go. And then we'll just add a 2-way signal here, and we're all good to go. Alright, so let's buy a train. So, we're probably going to use a steam locomotive. Yes, let's use the big boy. I am not spending 17 million on a single locomotive. The NWJ class is 15 million. The 442 Hiawatha is 11 million. That is 13 million. So the line is certified for speeds of up to 70 miles, about 70 miles an hour. No, I set it for 60, so I'd love to have some. So maybe I could use the 282 Mikado, because at least that's close. This one's cheap, but I'm guessing that's for passenger. I don't know actually. That is fast, but it has really bad horsepower, and I think I'm gonna need a pretty heavy train for this. So I feel like I need something that's over 1,000 horsepower to really be able to handle the grades and stuff on this line. So this is honestly a pretty good. This is pretty good, but I'm guessing because it goes 90 miles an hour, it's probably a passenger locomotive. So I think I'm gonna get used to 282 Mikado. So that seems like a pretty good deal. So we'll go cargo, and we need the tank cars. Let's make it 10 cars for now. I think that seems appropriate. Yeah, we'll start with a single 10-car train. And we'll put it on the Long Beach Fuel Train. Go, be free, my young one. Okay, the steam era is definitely not going to last long on our map, because we are definitely going to go straight into diesel whenever I get the chance. So everything should be good to go, and eventually we should be having fuel that that's gonna go to the freight yard. It's probably just gonna take some time though, so eventually I'm probably gonna have to get a second train on the line. But for now, we are good. Okay, right now all this is going to Lower Lakewood, so that's not a great start. It'll come with time though, but we just gotta give it time. Oh wait, look, there's a truck. Unless it's probably empty. Yeah, that sucks. Alright, cool. So now we have that in operations, and then we'll hop in the cab and stuff when it gets closer to San Diego, because I just want to see if there's anything else I want to do. So now, in the next video, I definitely want to do some more. I want to do some like more general improvements for the current line, and I do want to extend this line down to Long Beach. I also want to open up a new passenger line that then goes down. That goes down to Elgin, then to. Oh wait, no, I'm thinking of this. This will be a different line for a different time. So I have a line that goes down, go from San Diego, and then it could go to Palm Bay, then it can go down to Mesa, and then down to Fremont. Because originally I was supposed to have a Lakewood, and then go to Fremont, and then go to Corpus Christi. I have no idea how to pronounce that. But because of how massive the rivers are and how expensive it would be to build a massive bridge across the server, I completely scrapped the project. So instead, I'm just gonna have lines that will go across and serve everything along the river, and then I think eventually we'll have high-speed rail connections that go underneath the rivers and serve the cities, and then they run non-stop to their destinations. So I think that'll definitely be really interesting. So is there anything else I'd like to do? So I think off camera I'm also gonna make like some bus systems for all the current line cities that are being served by our new passenger line, even though they already have super high ridership. And eventually I also want to start doing goods productions as well. Since that's usually like the most difficult good to be able to produce and then distribute. So if we can get even a single goods factory like into work, then we can make a lot of freight services off of that. Everything we've done so far definitely has a lot of potential, and I could definitely see this bringing great profits to the rail line stuff. But next episode we'll focus on the passenger aspect and expand our rail network, but also make quality of life improvements to the current line, and yeah. So I think it'll be a pretty exciting episode. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you're new to the channel, then consider liking the video and subscribing for more Transport Fever 2 content, along with various other games and simulators on this channel. So that's it from me. I will now cut to a time lapse of our new freight service running down to Long Beach, and I will see you all later. This is Crazy Dash. Peace out.